Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Because you're not feeling Lucy?
Austin, are you ready?
What is up, Rust friends? Can you believe it? I know it's been a while, but we are back. We are here. There's literally so much wrestling. So much has been going on, but it's fine. It's a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day in Chicago, and we are here. Your Rust friends got you.
Sunday, Rust friend. It's Sunday.
What did I say? Is
Saturday. It's okay. Labor Day weekend.
Oh my God, Rust friend. That's the way to start the show. I'll tell you that. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. And on a Sunday. That's exactly what Sundays are.
On Sunday. What Rust? I don't know what day it is. Honestly, all weekend I have been all week I've been struggling with it being like a day ahead. I'm thinking that it's like Wednesday and it's only Tuesday, and I've gone in every day of work like that. I'm like, oh, can't wait for this day, and everyone's like, that's not this day today. It's not.
Oh my gosh. No, honestly, I feel you. I've been the same thing. I've been the same this week where I thought it was Thursday and it was only Wednesday. I'm like, okay.
It's like, what are we doing? What's happening? But thank you so much for joining us for talking about wrestling with us this Sunday morning. If you are catching this later, still welcome. It might not be Sunday. You might be listening to this later on in the week, but make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so you guys always get the notification for when we go live. And so you can watch all of our stories. For when we went to AEW, there was just such a great vibe for us, friend.
It was
These past couple weeks with the AEW Residency. And I do want to start, I guess, do we start off with the Chicago stuff?
Yeah, let's start with that.
First of all, before we get into wrestling, how have you been, Rest Friend?
Oh my gosh, I've been very good actually. Um, there isn't much to complain about personally. So wrestling good. So I'm good. How are you, Rest Friend?
Wrestling same has been great. Currently, we would have been together had it not been for my basement in recovery of the recent Chicago weather. So usually
Mhm.
for people who are not watching and just listening to the podcast, there's usually championship titles behind me within my closet doors. These are new closet doors. I had to get them replaced because the water from the flood, due to the heavy rains, it literally swelled up the bottom of my doors. So I could not, if I opened them, I couldn't close them because they were just estaban hinchados, like they were swollen.
Mhm.
And I had to get my room door replaced. My brother's closet doors had to be replaced. Our bathroom doors. There was just
God.
so much mess. And the first time, this was the second time it flooded within like 2.5 weeks, which is crazy, right, Rest Friend?
It is.
The first flood was not that bad. It was like clean water. I remember I sent you guys videos and it was just like, it was fine. This time around, there was like leaves in my room, Rest Friend, leaves from the outside.
Not the outside in your house.
The outside was in. And it was crazy because I woke up in the middle of the night because it was like really loud thunder. It was like
Mhm.
nothing I had ever heard before. I was like, all right, it's a little
Mhm.
extreme, Chicago, but whatever. And I like thought I heard water like close. You know, like when you like maybe like set a bath and you kind of
You just hear the
hear.
water moving.
Yes, that's what it sounded like. And I was like, this is a little too close. I don't know what's going on. So I got up, I turned my flashlight on my phone, and I pointed towards the floor and I see reflections, Rest Friend. And I'm like, there's no way this is water right now. So I get up immediately. I put my little patita on the floor. My little foot is on the floor in water.
Now you're dipping your toes in the water.
It made a splash and I was like, "Oh no, this is about to be a day." And I don't think I was upset that my basement flooded. I was upset that my basement flooded on the day that we were supposed to go to the Museum of Science and Industry because there was a Spider-Man exhibit and I had just bought the tickets literally the night before. And I was like, "Great, like we're going to go as a family. Love to see it. We'll be there." And wrong. Congratulations, you played yourself with the Chicago floods. But I wasn't the only house that flooded. I know other people's homes also flooded and they also struggled. But man, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, no restaurant. I mean, it doesn't take away from your experience. And it really sucks because this was what, like 3, 4 in the morning,
Yeah,
right?
3 in the morning.
Ugh, I'm so sorry, restaurant.
It's insane.
Mm-mm. I really cannot imagine that feeling of you sleeping and having to like wake up to to your basement being flooded. Like you legit woke up to that water. That actually did happen to me once years ago, Sergio and I.
Mhm.
It was crazy. It sucks. It's
And
such a crazy feeling.
good morning, Zach. Thank you so much for joining us. And Sea Fluid, thank you so much, guys.
Good
Insane.
morning.
Insane. All right, let's talk about wrestling. Rest friend, we got to go to 5 out of the 6 shows at the Aragon for the AEW Chicago Residency. What a I mean, I feel like it was a dream. I
No, same. It happened so fast. It was something that we were looking forward to, right? And we're like, we can't wait for this. I also, in my head, I was like, okay, 4 weeks of wrestling is crazy. Or was that 3 weeks? Whatever. Point is, I was like, that's crazy. Like, it's a whole month of us going to these shows back to back. And then next thing you know, it all happened so fast. Like, next thing you know, it was over.
It really happened so quick, and the pictures that I have up here, if you guys are watching, if you are listening on the podcast, go watch because I have such cute pictures up here. It's me and Teddy with a little cute little drink. We
Oh,
got a
look at
drink
us.
every single night that we were at the Aragon, and they gave us a little like martini souvenir Aragon glass. 10 out of 10. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Were fantastic. And I loved that we really got to experience the whole venue as where we were going to sit. The first night we were by the ramp, the very like at the very beginning of the ramp. So when Tony would come out, Tony was right in front of us, you
Yeah.
know, before he gave his speech, and all the wrestlers we got to see really, really up close. And we sat everywhere. Like I said,
Mhm.
we were ringside at one point, and we were on the side of the ring. We were all over the venue. And I really thought, man, there's not a bad seat in the house either way. But the fact that we really got to sit close to our friend, I was like, this is crazy. I don't think we've ever been that close to any AEW shows. So that was something that was just really exciting.
Not together. Yeah, we've never been that close to get at a show together. And we were ringside what, like 2 nights?
Yeah.
No, wait, it was more like three. One of them we were on second, third row, which was
Yeah.
like it's still a little different, but it's still a crazy experience. And we made our TV debuts. We were on Dynamite one Wednesday night, and we were best friend. We did not know how to act.
We did not know how to act. I'll tell you that. Being literally right directly behind Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Taz, that's
Hmm.
crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And then
Yeah.
also being on the ring side, but like by the corner of the ring, like there's just such a different experience because the wrestlers do interact with you
Yep.
and they'll say something. They'll comment. You're making direct eye contact with them. I remember
Direct eye contact.
specifically cheering for Mike Bailey while was it Josh Alexander?
Hmm.
He was fighting him, and I'm, like, clapping for Mike Bailey, and Josh makes eye contact with me, and I'm like, "Okay, never mind." I slowly stopped clapping,
Yes, although times that you're really clapping for someone and then you make eye contact with the opposite person and you're like, oh,
and I was like, "Never mind, never
I was
mind."
not clapping.
Yes, and then I was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go," and then Lance Archer was like, "Don't cheer for that." I was like, "Oh," immediately stopped in my tracks. "Okay, sure. I'm never gonna clap for the rest of the show."
That's true. Yeah, that one's very true. I remember Lance Archer is a little intimidating for sure.
A little, that's fine. I was like, "Oh," I remember and then I looked to the side, I was like, "Never mind, never mind. Don't look at me anymore." It's so fun. Such a good time, and then we also got to take a picture with, Brody King. Amazing.
Yes, yes. I think we could have gotten a lot of pictures, right, restaurant? There's a lot of wrestlers that would pass by there. But we didn't want to bother anyone. The only one they were like, hey, can we get a picture was Brody. But that's because he was taking his time taking pictures with like most fans.
Yeah, and the
So
show was done. There was even one point, Tony Khan was out there taking pictures with the fans, which I
yes, he
absolutely love. I
was.
think he should do it more often.
Yeah,
But Tony Khan going out and seeing that people were like, "Yes, Tony, we love Tony." And he's like, "You know what? I'll take some pictures. Why not?" I love
yeah.
that. I think he should do that more often.
We've always said that we would so pay for a meet and greet, right, restaurant? We've always said that. So taking pictures for free.
Free
I'm so
99.
sad we didn't get one, but
I
next time.
know. Next time, next time. And make sure you guys go and on our channel, I do have an interview up with Tony where I did talk to him about that residency. 10 out of 10. He's just a fantastic guy. Loved it. He's a rest friend. He knows.
Yes, he is. Oh yeah, yes, he is.
We love Tony. All right, let's start talking about baby news. This is so exciting.
Oh my gosh, baby news. Okay, Brenda, before we continue, I really, really quick want to give a huge shout out to our viewers who we cannot see. Because
Yeah.
I've had friends tell me that they watch us like on like Facebook or Twitch, but we can't see their comments for some reason. I think for Twitch we can, but for Facebook we can. So I just want to give a huge shout out to the people that we cannot see that you're watching us, but thank you for watching us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I don't it's so complicated with having so many platforms on
Yes.
thing and like, oh, people will say something. You know what's interesting? It happens like that with Instagram Live too. If you're streaming through Instagram Live, but you're also on another platform, sometimes you'll only be able to see comments from one, but not both.
Oh, I know that sucks. Like we can't see what everyone's saying. We're not ignoring you. We just can't see it.
I'm so sorry. DM us.
Yeah.
I'll read the DMs out loud. All right. The first baby news we're going to talk about is Naomi and Jimmy, rest friend. I don't know. I feel like an aunt,
No, yes, I know. I know. Yep. I'm
right?
with you. I'm with
It's
you on that.
so interesting. So there was a little speculation about what was happening because Naomi had a match, and the next you know, she wasn't on the Monday, and there was just people wondering about where is she, what's happening. Is she going to get let go? Is she quitting? What's happening? She's a champion right now. There's a lot of speculation. And as wrestling fans, you know, we love to just kind of be a little nosy and speculate about what's going on. But she comes out and people are saying maybe she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. And I was like, damn, y'all go immediately to pregnancy. All right, sure. I was like, don't put her business out there if you're just speculating. That's not something you can't just accuse people of being pregnant.
Yeah, you can't just out that information for
Yeah,
someone else.
you
Yeah.
can't. And I'm like, even if it's speculation, I wouldn't go speculating about something like that.
Yeah.
But those speculations were true
It
because
was so right.
she came out and people were like, all right, where is this speech going? She's got the title on her. She's cutting a promo. She could say anything. And she starts talking about how the bloodline's going to keep going, that Jimmy likes to Netflix and chill. And everybody's like, oh my God, she's pregnant. She is pregnant. This is insane. Insane news it was. And man, just people immediately were in love. They were like, yes, this is our girl. We love Naomi. This is her time. Absolutely, yes, right? Like
Yes.
immediately when it was I didn't watch it live, but all over social media, this was all anything was talking about. E News was reporting on it. And it made me miss Total Divas and Total Bellas because
Yes. I was gonna mention that.
that's I mean, we know for a long time because of that show how
Yes.
important a family was to them and they've always thought about it. They've been through so much together and now them being able to finally have a baby is fantastic news.
Yes, I agree with you, Rachel. And I was going to bring up Total Divas too. I was going to say that, like, for us fans that have been following Naomi for a very long time, we've known that because of Total Divas, that it was very important for her to someday start a family. And I know that sometimes in interviews, like, I don't remember if people would ask her, but it would be brought up and she would talk about it. So when I did see that there was rumor that she was pregnant, I was like, okay, let's not talk about something that we don't know about because as women, we know that we don't bring that up, right? Like, especially when someone has been vocal about like that journey and then what's it called, their job and everything. I don't know, I was like, we can't be speculating and just assuming, oh, she's pregnant. But when it came out that she really was pregnant, I was like, oh, I know, I'm so happy for her. The way she came out and announced that too, and they gave her that time to say whatever she wanted, I loved that for her as well.
Yeah, and I want to also talk about Becky Lynch because Becky goes on Twitter and she's like, "How irresponsible getting pregnant as a champion," which of course everyone knows is a joke. She wasn't actually
Obviously.
talking smack, but Becky also had to relinquish her title because she got pregnant. And
Yeah.
she, I think about that a lot when she gave that briefcase to Asuka, and she's like, "Well, you're the champion now." And because I'm gonna go off and be a mom. That was just so beautiful that
Yeah.
they gave her that moment, and I'm glad they also gave it to Naomi, especially everything that she's been through in that company. 10 out of 10.
Yes.
But I do want to play a little clip from Stephanie McMahon's podcast, which I wrote it down somewhere, and then no, I didn't. Hold on. It is What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon. It's brought to you by Fanatics, and she had she had Jimmy and Naomi on to talk about, what was going on. And it really just goes to show you, like, Naomi, even when she found out that she was pregnant, she was still thinking about her fans, because Jimmy, she wasn't gonna say it, but Jimmy talks about it. But I'll play the clip so everybody can see it.
Excited. I'm nervous. I'm scared. So much has happened in the last week. I found out Sunday, called him, had to go to work, stressed about having to tell work.
Sure.
Because also of where I am right now, and then went
As the
home
champion.
as the champion of
Yeah.
all times.
Right.
So
And
yeah,
she ain't gonna
that's-
say this, but she felt like she's let all her fans down. Like she felt like there was like a step back because she is cooking. And of
Yeah.
course, timing's everything. God's time is everything. We can't, this is something that's in front of us now. So we have to pivot and just look at it as a up again.
Yeah.
The biggest run of your life, girl. It's right.
That
Yeah,
is right.
So, time is everything. And I just want to, let her fans know too. Like, man, she loves them as she thought about them, and she thought about them right off the bat. Thought about WWE right off the bat. Like, man, I gotta because it's a step away now. Because there's something in front of us now. So, just want to throw that out there, man. Y'all better proceed with caution. Y'all coming on after her online and stuff like that.
Well, hopefully they won't. Hopefully they'll just be supportive.
It's a lot. The process. It's a lot.
Look, and she's even crying in the interview, just him talking about how her first thought was, I'm having a baby, but my fans, look at my career, especially the place she is at right now, coming back from leaving WWE to coming back and having this incredible run. This is the run of her lifetime. And him being so supportive and being like, no, this is like the run of the lifetime now. It's the baby. And like he said, it's just, you can't pick and choose when that happens. And as women, we know how hard it is to even conceive, right? Everyone's bodies is so different, and people go about it in different ways. A lot of women can't have children, and that's okay. That's not going to stop you from being a mother. There's so many other options that you have, and it's tough on women. And I'm sure she was just thinking
Yes.
so much.
Absolutely. And then another thing, it's that we know that not just in the wrestling industry, but like any career, sometimes what women think about the most besides their health and like the well-being of them and their baby is my career. Like, is their career going to end there? Or will they be able to come back and do exactly what they were doing? Will they be allowed to come back and do exactly what they were doing? So I'm sure that's another huge thought in Naomi's head.
Yeah.
But I hope she's not worrying about any of that right now.
Yeah, I hope not. There's a lot going on. Fletch, thank you so much for joining us. He says, I can't stop thinking she was pregnant already, and Rhea and Io are jumping on Naomi's belly. Yes, she's fought matches pregnant. It's scary, but I know, there's women who are pregnant and go to the gym. I know
Yeah.
there's people who think you can't do that, but I mean, right?
I'm sure she knew what she was doing. I'm sure they all knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe she didn't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Good thing. It seems like things are good right now.
That's so funny. Fletch is also asking, is Rest Friends working with Fightful now? That's so funny. I work at Fightful. I've been working at Fightful since Collision started, guys. Since AEW Collision, I do the post show over there. So you guys can also check me out there sometimes on Saturdays, depending on what my schedule is. But man, it's crazy. Someone said, oh, Fletch again. That happened with Tay Mello also. I do believe Tay was pregnant
So
and
she got pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't pick and choose when stuff like that happens. Sometimes the timing's just right, no matter if you're a WWE champion or not.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And while we're on the baby news, 10 out of 10 because Cody and Brandy also announced that they are having a baby. And friend,
Crazy.
this caught me off guard. I'm sure it caught a lot of people off guard.
Absolutely. Yes. I was like, wait, she was pregnant? First thought, I was like, wait a minute.
Yes. Yeah, same thing. I was like, did I miss something? I definitely missed something. And I was going
Mhm.
through Brandy's Instagram because I'm nosy. And I'm like, wait, there is no photo here where she's pregnant. I'm like, maybe they took so many pictures before she was pregnant and then they put them up later, like schedule these posts or whatever. And then I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they got a surrogate. And I think that's what they did. I'm pretty sure 99.9% sure that's what they did. But I'm like, great for them. Yes, because if they wanted a family, a surrogate is a great way to go. Like we said before, it's hard for women. It's hard. And sometimes so many factors play into it. You could be young and healthy and not be able to. And then, maybe you could be older and it still happens naturally. There's just so much that goes into play. But I've always been one for adoption. I love the idea of adoption. There's already so many babies that need love and care, so many children. And a lot of the times they just end up in foster care. And I'm like, if people could start adopting, that would be great. 10 out of 10. But surrogacy
Yes.
is also a great way to have kids. So I'm glad that that's the route that they went. I don't know what was going on, but I am so happy for them. I'm so glad that Libby now has a little sister, and I know Cody's just so happy. And I'm glad that the fans are also happy for them.
Yes, no, restaurant. It's whenever there's baby news, whether we're into babies or not, because like let me tell you, I'm somebody that I'm like, when my friends tell me they're pregnant, I'm like, oh, okay. I guess. But babies, like, it's such a good, happy news, especially for the parents that have been wanting it. And we know how much Cody loves Libby. Like, he talks about Libby so much. He's always posting her on his story. I mean, posting her on his stories and just everywhere on social media. So I know that right now Cody's like ecstatic, like to be a dad for the second time, like become a dad for the second time. But yeah, restaurant to me, these news were also just like a shock, like go, whoa. But that's how I like to do things too. Sometimes I have something going on in my life where I'm like, I want to let everyone know when it's here, but then I can't wait that long. So I'm sure for them it was like keeping this news. I saw that like in an interview, I forgot what interview Cody had they had asked him about the kids and he said I have two and then he's like, oh no, I have one. I don't know why I said two.
I
That was
was
probably
just gonna
during the process.
I was just gonna bring up that interview. Yeah, because they're like, oh, Cody, how many kids you got? And he's like, two. Oh, one. I don't know why I said two. Because he's already in dad mode. He's always in dad mode. And he's such a girl
Always.
dad anyway.
Hope he
Another baby
is.
girl, 10 out of 10. I'm looking
You
at
think he wanted a boy? Probably.
maybe. Yeah,
I
I'm sure
feel
like
like I always hear that from men. Like they want their boy.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, but Cody's a good girl dad to Libby. I'm sure.
I
I don't
hope
know.
he is.
I don't know.
I hope he's a good dad. I
Cody, if
hope
you're
it's not
listening
just for the
right
gram.
now, yeah,
Cody, we're watching.
it's so funny. I'm looking at someone in the comments talking about Rhea and her being mobbed by fans. Oh, here we go. Let's
Oh, I
see.
did not know that.
This was posted today. Rhea Ripley has once again spoken out about the way some fans behave towards WWE talent, asking for basic respect and courtesy. Sunday morning, she posted on social media. Let's go to Twitter and see what Rhea said. We're doing this on the spot. Look at this investigative
I
journalism
love it.
as we
I love it.
if she's getting mobbed by fans, it's always been an issue for wrestlers, I believe. But that's because fans don't respect boundaries. And that's always a thing too, right? You can't just go up to people. I mean, it
Yep.
depends on the person, right? Hold on. I took you off the screen. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, there's a video, not a video. Somebody got video of people following Rhea, but Rhea put on her Instagram, "Treat me like a human, or I'm gonna start acting like Rhea Ripley, and no one's getting shit."
Hmm.
So she put that on Instagram.
Good for her, because I honestly, it is crazy to me that some of these WWE superstars are out there without security,
Mhm.
because you do see them, especially at airports, getting mobbed as well. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't understand why they're letting them just
Let
not
me
have at least.
let me see if I can pull up this video really quick. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Oh, oh my gosh, no, that's too much. That's way too much.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say that that's not extreme, but yeah, if somebody's by your car where you're supposed to be getting on and it's just picture, picture, and picture, yeah, I get it. The people running up to you, that's also like you have to know as a fan boundaries and where to respect people. I remember being at a HEB where Drew McIntyre was signing, and it was me, Mario, Casey. We were ready to meet Drew McIntyre. We waited in line for like an hour. Mind you, they told us there was a chance we might not meet Drew McIntyre because time was running out. And we're like, all right, let's just stay as long as we can and then see if we make it. We didn't end up making it, and that's fine. Drew McIntyre is leaving the store. The fans start going after him. The ones who didn't get a picture. And they're like, oh, Drew, can I get a selfie? Can I get a picture? And why are you following that man outside the AGB? Why? There's no need, especially after he was like, he waved to everybody, said, hey guys, I'm so sorry. But like he waved, you were able to see Drew McIntyre. It's just people that wanted a selfie and stuff. But this happens to people all the time, and it's not right.
It's not right. I don't understand. It's probably because personally I don't like being touched, but I simply don't like it when wrestlers are performing and someone just touches their back and they're just like petting their back or grabbing their shoulders, grabbing their arm. Maybe some of them don't care, but I every time I see fans just touching them, I'm like, ew, why you gotta touch people? But waiting for them outside, I mean, waiting for them inside airports, outside their hotels, like that's crazy. That is insane to me. I can't believe people do that.
Yeah. Fletch is saying Rhea shouldn't be traveling in Paris alone. Let's be honest. Paris may be full of wrestling fans, since WWE came for Paris for that event alone, and European fans don't get the chance to meet. I get it. In France, WWE doesn't go over there a lot, so they're excited that the wrestlers are there in the crowds, whatever. But you can't be going up to people. This had like
I
maybe
don't
in
get it.
I don't get it. You can't
I shame it 100%.
absolutely. It needs to
Shame.
be shamed more often. And I get it. It's a different country. Some people have different rules or different sets, but as a person, you should know never to run up on another person. That should just be 100% globally common knowledge. That right? Like,
Yeah, but
listen, you should let people go about their day. If you see somebody, I need the COVID 6 feet. Okay. COVID 6 feet boundaries. That's what people need to be learning. Fletch is also saying, like CM Punk said, don't touch strangers. And that's one thing that I'll agree with CM Punk on. Maybe the only
I was
one.
gonna say that. You know what? I never agree with CM Punk, but with that,
Yes, people need to respect boundaries. Thank you guys so much for being so um participative. Is that a word?
participant. It sounds like a word to me, Rich friend.
All right. Thank you for participating. Thank you so much. We love it. Keep them coming. 10 out of 10. Let's continue talking about the Aragon.
The Aragon. Back to the Aragon.
Back to the Aragon. JK. But man, it was just such a good time. And I think it went by so quick. But I wish I
I
wish
mean,
I wish they would come
what
back.
more can we ask for, right? No, exactly. I was gonna say that too because we feel like, okay, what more can we ask for? We had the opportunity to go to 6 shows. We only went to five, but we had the opportunity to go to 6 shows. 6 shows here in Chicago. And then it's all over, right? It's all over. And immediately, restaurant, my thoughts are, okay, when are they doing this again? Because I'm ready to do it again. The 5 days were done, and I'm like, what am I gonna do now? Like, what do you mean we're not gonna go to Dynamite this week? And
Exactly. It's like, what do you mean we don't have anything to do? Now I have to watch it at home? That's
Now we have to watch it at home. And now they're in Philadelphia doing the residency. And why am I jealous, best friend? Like we already had our time. And I'm over here like,
also that venue also looks fantastic in the current
it
residency that they're at right
does.
now in Philly. What is it? The 2300? Is that
Something
what
like that, huh?
2300? I know it's not that. People are gonna be like, this bitch is dumb.
It is 2300, but I don't know if that's how you
I don't know
call
what the
it.
wording is. It's not the
Right.
2300. Somebody in the
Maybe
chat
it is the 2300, best friend.
spell it out for me, please. But it looks like an amazing venue. I really like how they set up that entrance. They
Yeah.
gave standing ovation to Taz. Hook was out
Yeah.
there. Tony really gave him his flowers for like really helping establish that arena. I thought it was fantastic.
It was so cute. What a cute moment. And he got emotional. Like I never thought I would see Taz emotional.
That's true. Yeah, someone saying, "Well, in a few months, AEW will be back with World's End, and I will not be here." I'm so upset, Russ friend. I was literally talking to you about this. So every year I go to Mexico, and it's always around like the same time. And I usually miss a big AEW pay per view, and it pisses me off.
You do, rest friend. It's not the first one you unfortunately missed because of Mexico.
Yes, and you know what? I think the last time you and I went to a show together was like a WWE SmackDown Christmas edition. Might have been like a WWE live, like a SmackDown and a live. I
Like a
don't know.
house show, yes.
I remember the New Day kicking Christmas trees, or something happened with the Christmas trees. Do you remember?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And it was you and me together. 10 out of 10. But I don't know when we'll ever be at a WWE show because those prices are
Insane.
insane. And I was looking at what is it? Maybe like the most recent pay-per-view, or they announced like WrestlePalooza. Is that what it is? I don't know. They had some kind of show in Indiana, and I was like, "Oh, that's not like too far. Let's see like maybe what the tickets would be like." I was like, "It's Indiana. It's not going to be Chicago prices." And boy, was I wrong because these are $600 tickets, restaurant, and I'm like, "These are WrestleMania prices. Literally, tickets were $600 and up." And I'm like, "There is no way as a family wrestling promotion that these tickets should be Disney World prices. There's no way."
That is crazy. Just for that Indiana show. You
Yeah,
said WrestlePalooza. I had no idea that I was gonna be in Indiana. That's news to me.
it might not be. I somebody confirm and deny, but there was just I know
But
there's
the
one in Indiana, and I know they also announced WrestlePalooza. Oh my god. There's just really it upsets me because they're really pricing out their fans, and by that I
yeah.
mean me. But at the same time, I'm also grateful because AEW has affordable prices. Yes, I know they have been bumping up some of the prices because for the pay-per-views, there are seats that are $1,000 that are with the VIP
Really?
that, yeah, with like the VIP package and stuff like that. It might get up there in price. But I also know the cheapest seat is $30. If you want to sit in the nosebleeds,
Yes.
it's $30. And that's what it used to be at WWE. Now to sit in the nosebleeds, you got to pay $100 at least. And
I
that's
I
insane.
don't think we've ever paid. I mean, maybe for a pay-per-view, I don't remember how much we've paid pay-per-view prices in AEW, but for a show itself, we have never paid more than $200 for a seat ever.
Yeah.
So I hope AEW continues with those prices for us
Mhm.
because I don't understand when it comes to WWE, and we know that it's TKO, right? Because it's ever since TKO has on WWE. I don't understand why so many friends have been vocal about this on social media and they still don't change the prices. They don't care. It's like, do you guys care about the fans or what? Because we're the ones giving you the views. I don't understand. I don't understand
I do understand
what the deal is with that.
everybody's being greedy and they want it to be like, a UFC event every single time because UFC tickets are pretty up there in price. But I mean, even the merch that's coming out, the Finn Balor puppet, $100.
Oh,
You're kidding me. $100. And you're supposed to buy this for kids. Parents are
that's
not spending
crazy.
$100 on a Finn Balor thing. Like it it makes no it literally is so frustrating. I can't find the words.
No, I get you. It's definitely, and you're right. It's definitely the greed because it's the same thing in K-pop restaurant. It reminds me of K-pop so much because we literally go to the same thing when it goes to ticketing prices
Mhm.
and merch as well, where you're like, the problem the biggest problem here is the greedy companies, right? But another problem, what sucks, is that we don't stop buying it. We don't stop giving them the money. And that is why they continue to do these things, because there's always going to be people that are going to pay the $600 for that seat, that are going to pay $100 for the mono, unfortunately.
And that's also what pisses me off, because you can say, oh, this is stupid. And we do this all the time. We can disagree with what things that are happening in a company, but you're
Hmm.
still interacting with the product. I will say I've done it. I'm very critical of WWE and management and some decisions that are made. But am I following the wrestlers? Yes. Am I still watching product every now and then? Yes. Do I buy a t-shirt? Yes. You know, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. If I get free tickets to a show, am I gonna go? Yes. Like,
Well, free is different because you're not giving them your money. It's what I've been doing for what, like the best couple of years, right, best friend? Because when we have gone to WWE, it's because we've gotten the tickets for free. Because I have stopped giving them my money a long time ago,
yeah,
but that's just me.
yeah.
And it did take me a long time to completely stop supporting WWE. And I guess you can say I still support them because I still talk about them. I still follow what's going on social media. So the traction is there, you know?
Mm.
But it definitely, to me, it definitely fits with everything that's going on in the world right now. Every company is so greedy, and it's just not stopping, because there's always going to be those people, some of them are us, that are going to continue to give them that money. Because I can't say the same with WWE, but I could say the same with K-pop. I complain all the time, but here I am paying $60 for a t-shirt. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and it's like with the platforms that also sell the tickets, with Ticketmaster, with all of these
Yes.
crazy fees, with
Yes.
these add-on service fees, with the taxes. Like, $100 ticket is not $100 ticket. It's $175 ticket.
Yep.
It's insane. So, and it's not just everything's so expensive, right? Everything's so
So
expensive.
expensive. I can't believe that I used to go to Warped Tour with $25. $25. And I used to see so many bands perform. And I don't remember when's the last time I paid $25 for a ticket ever.
Ever.
Like
That was the last time ever, best friend.
that was the last time.
Well, let's go from an unpleasant conversation to a more unpleasant conversation. So,
Oh,
John Cena is on his retirement tour, and he's only got a couple more finishing dates left, right? So, John Cena has this main event against, who was it? I didn't even write. Oh, Cody. Yes, Cody and John Cena for the WWE Championship. I do think it was the match of the year for John. I think they really made up for the WrestleMania match that I was at, which I was fine with. I wish Cena would have had an entrance. I wish there would have been more, I don't know, light. It seemed like a very dark match. I don't know if like that's the right way to say. But anyway, John and Cody have their moments. It's the end of the match. Cody walks away with the championship, and Cena's just in there, taking it in from the fans, which the fans are back to loving John Cena, as they should. But you hear then some music that you're like, that's interesting. I don't think they played the right music. Maybe that's a mistake. And Brock Lesnar's music is the one that's playing. He comes out, the arena explodes, which, why would it explode? I don't understand. Brock Lesnar, every time he comes out, it's not to be a good wrestler. It's kind of more like of a show, right? It's kind of like
mm-hmm.
when they would bring Goldberg out and you're like, well, I'm not going to get like a 5-star match, but it's Goldberg. I think that's the same thing with Brock Lesnar. But now Brock Lesnar is tied up in a controversy, in a lawsuit, and he is now in the ring with John Cena on John Cena's retirement run, and he gives John Cena an F5, and everybody's like, oh my God, Brock Lesnar. Yeah. What is wrong with people? That's my first question. There's no way you're cheering Brock Lesnar right now. There's just no way. And why would WWE bring back Brock Lesnar, knowing all of this stuff, knowing that he's tied up into the story with Vince McMahon, who is very in the public eye right now in this lawsuit for sex trafficking, for sexual harassment, for being a terrible person? If you read through the lawsuit, you would see that Vince was doing insane things. And even, they say Brock Lesnar's not named specifically, but that you can tell that which wrestler was what in the stories, right? When
Yeah.
you read it. And even the fact that you participated,
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
Guilty.
Even if you were just there watching,
You're
even if you were outside the door and you knew it was happening, but you didn't do or say anything about it. Yeah, like. But
What-
Brock Lesnar
yeah.
wasn't just watching.
What were your thoughts seeing it? I don't know if you saw it live or saw it in social media. What was your initial thought?
Rich friend, I was angry. I I will come out and say that I have stopped watching WWE as a product because for so many reasons, but this being one of the main ones, not because of Lesnar specifically, but because they do things like that. when when I got on the internet and I saw that he came back, I at first was fine. I did not think it was true. I thought it was like, okay, people are lying. Like, what do you mean Brock Lesnar is back? I thought we were completely done with this man when it came to Brock Lesnar and WWE. So I couldn't believe it. That's fine. I could not believe it.
Yeah, let me pull up. Let's
I couldn't believe that people were so excited about it.
Yeah, and you know what? Just like that, they got people to stop talking about the fantastic match that Cody had against John.
Exactly.
Nobody was talking about that pay-per-view. Nobody remember. I don't
Exactly.
even remember what happened. I do remember though that that's when they brought Brock Lesnar back. Insane. And this is from Yahoo. So in January 2024, 4 months after helping to oversee the TKO merger, McMahon resigned from WWE's parent company following a bombshell report in the Wall Street Journal that a former WWE employee, Janelle Grant, filed a lawsuit against the company, as well as McMahon and former WWE executive John Laurinaitis, alleging that McMahon had sexually assaulted and trafficked her. Reading that and what was in the lawsuit was insane in terms of
Yeah.
like everything that was said to have happened allegedly, right? And the people that participated in. Lesnar is not a defendant in the lawsuit, but he was named multiple occasions in the court filing. He hasn't commented on anything publicly, but it's literally insane. Per ESPN, Janelle also claimed that McMahon demanded she create personalized sexual content for Lesnar in July 2021. At the time, McMahon was attempting to keep Lesnar under contract with the WWE. So just disgusting things, right? Disgusting. And why would you want to, like, as a company, as publicity, this is not a smart move. This is not
I
a smart
know.
move at all. And then a huge slap in the face to all of your fan base who are women. Like, you constantly
Huge slap in the face.
you keep screwing us over with the fact that the women are not given enough time, the women are not respected, you are not showcasing the women properly. Like, women have had to constantly keep fighting to just be on TV, to just do a little extra move. It's insane. I'm so frustrated talking about this, friend.
Best
Why
friend.
why are you bringing Brock Lesnar back? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, there's so many factors to that too. Like so many factors because now and you're bringing up the women is such a great point because how do the women feel in backstage that such a man was brought back, right? I don't know. I'm sure some people back there are friends with him or cool with him and they pretend like everything is okay. But I'm sure there's a lot of people, especially women, that are very uncomfortable with having to deal with the fact it's not just the fact that Brock Lesnar it's oh Brock Lesnar himself it's back. It's the fact that the company would bring such a person back without any explanation, which doesn't need to be an explanation. We don't want an explanation. We want him out. We don't want to see him on our TVs. It's crazy, restaurant. But at the same time, after what happened with P. Diddy, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
And it's like we should have another. I'm telling you that we need to come up with another podcast where we talk about pop culture and we run City Trial. But it just, it's disappointing. And they kind of try to like hot potato it around where Triple H was like, well, this is Cena's last run. Cena wants to have people he's like already fought. And that's not exactly what he said, guys. That's literally just me summing it up. That's not
Mhm.
words. So I'm sorry if it's wrong. But Cena then goes online and was like, actually, no. They deal them, I do it. So, he's like, I just do whatever they tell me to do, that's what I do. So Cena was kind of like, don't blame this on me. Yeah, I didn't want him back. I didn't say anything. And even if Cena did want Brock Lesnar back, Cena, I love you. The company could have been like, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. Cena, we love you. It's your retirement, but we're not going to do that. And maybe Cena was like, you know what? I'm not going to fight him, but it's whatever. I am a working wrestler. Cena has always been one about WWE. So it's not hard for me to be like, yeah, whatever. Sure. Like Cena probably said this and it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Man,
I guess.
it's so hard to, it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating, especially because like we know, like we grew up watching women in like bra and panty matches. They were throwing themselves into pools of pudding. Like what was going on? And I think about Ashley, who was one of our favorite wrestlers growing up, and she went through so much in the WWE, and more things are coming out now, rumors, speculations, whatever. But women just, I feel like we're never protected. And to this day, and now you're giving a message of we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Yep.
it is. It's sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
It's messy.
Yep.
And you don't really care about the women if you're even associating with Brock Lesnar. Give it, I don't know, if you want to bring him on in 5 years, sure, after his name is cleared. Don't bring him out now in the middle of controversy.
Yeah, no. I know a lot of people will disagree and a lot of people won't see it that way, and whatever, that's okay. They don't care. That's it. They don't fucking care. They don't care about anybody else but the money that they're generating and the people that they work with, because what could be another reason for bringing him on? Like, is it for his satisfaction? Is it for your pockets? What is it? Because just because the fans were excited when he came out, I also see hundreds of fans online that were upset about it and stopped watching the product because of it. That has been the that's what was also crazy to me, was friends getting on social media and seeing so many people say, I quit, I'm done with WWE. Because maybe for a lot of people this isn't that big of a deal, especially I feel like people that are friends with him, they don't think that it's such a big deal, but it's a huge deal. It's a huge fucking deal. And oh my god, I'm sorry for cursing. YouTube is going to flag us. But my other thing too is that WWE made such a big, huge deal when Naomi and Mercedes Moné walked out, right? With Sasha Banks at the time when they walked out, calling them unprofessional. This isn't unprofessional? Bringing back someone that has been accused of abuse and sexual harassment. This isn't unprofessional, but you guys wanted to go on TV and call them, Naomi and Sasha, unprofessional. That's what pisses me off, restaurant, because any little thing the women do, they will stop putting them on TV. The women stop generate, like they think that the women are not bringing in the views or the money and they stop putting them on TV, but now they're going to bring this person on TV. But
It took forever for the women just to be able to have another all women's pay-per-view. Evolution 2 took years to happen.
after they said too that the women just weren't bringing in views and money as much as the men, and Evolution 2 sold out and it was such a great pay-per-view, the women killed it. um but here we are with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I do also, yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of what you said, because I also did see a lot of women who were on social media saying, I'm not going to watch this anymore. Like, this is it. This is upsetting and I'm not going to do it. And yeah, I stopped watching for sure after that. I mean, I didn't watch the pay-per-view anyway. Listen, I don't watch WWE. I catch whatever happens on social media.
On social media.
And then if I see it's good, I'll maybe turn it on. But even then,
Mhm.
not really. So
Mhm.
this is just clown behavior on their part, because it backfired so bad on them. People literally have stopped watching the product since. They didn't even bring out Brock Lesnar afterwards because they got such backlash. It was supposed to be Brock Lesnar and John Cena. That's not going to happen anymore, because
Yeah.
they saw that people were not for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not for it. It's insane. It's insane. Snap, thank you so much for joining us. He says, hey, Rest friends. Hey,
Hello.
thank you so much for joining us. We're having a heated conversation.
It's very heated.
Heated conversation. But I think about the women in the locker room, right? The women who have been
Yeah.
working in WWE and not even in just the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
If the biggest company in the world right now is going to protect something like this or even still get involved, which is so messy. It's so, like I said, even if you're not sure of allegedly things that Brock Lesnar did, it's not good to have him out there publicly if his name is still not cleared. It makes no sense. And I get you wanted to have a pop, and a pop for what? Now you don't have people watching. Now you don't have your women fans watching. It doesn't make any sense. And I do want to talk about AAA because they've signed so many new people.
Oh, yeah.
This whole situation with Stephanie Vaquer, and I'm just like, do you not care? You don't care about
They
women.
don't care. They don't freaking care. It's so disappointing, even though I'm used to WWE disappointing me as a fan. It is very, very disappointing. Rest friend, let me tell you, and I know we're not talking about this right now, but Triple H, right? I don't know if we're gonna talk about it later, but the whole Triple H and being, at the White House and all of that.
Oh my
When that
god, I forgot about that. Honestly, I think I blacked it out.
From when that happened, I'm going to be very open right now. I cried because and it wasn't like oh my god, like Triple H. It was like little me. Literally, I just started thinking about little me growing up, loving WWE, loving DX, loving Triple H, loving Shawn Michaels, right? And in my head, it was just like, what is this man doing, right? The man that I grew up watching passionately because like I said, I was a child. So and I'm someone that restaurant when I'm into something and I love passionately. Like I'm very loyal, right? And just thinking about little me loving them so freaking much. And then now I'm at the age where I'm having to watch someone that I used to love so much be at the White House working with a man that also has so many allegations against him, right? Who's our president, unfortunately. It was so heartbreaking. So thinking about the whole thing that they're doing with Brock Lesnar and then Triple H at the White House for me has been not only a disappointment but a huge heartbreak for my little self, for me who grew up being a wrestling fan, and I'm still a wrestling fan. Wrestling is still everything to me, which is why I get so emotional at times. And that moment for me was like, okay, I guess this is it. Like there is no turning back. And I will never, you will never hear me say I love Triple H anymore. You know what I mean? And it's starting to be like that with a lot of WWE um content and product and wrestlers. I'm starting to feel the same way, and it's very heartbreaking.
It's so yeah, it's so heartbreaking. It's sad. And I honestly, Rushman, I think I blacked that out. I remember seeing Triple H there, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Standing in front of RFK Jr., a man who doesn't believe in vaccines, a man who could care less about just kids and their health, and he's spreading misinformation about just how diseases happen and how kids get sick. And then Triple H is up there talking about, yeah, his health initiative and all that stuff. And I get it. Half of me is like, great, I know you wanted a platform. Maybe it's not the best platform, but now you have more eyes on this than ever before because you're at the White House and you have access to all of these people now. Great. But at the same time, it's just the way our country is right now. I'm so upset about everything.
Yeah,
I,
of course.
I
That's
wish I wish things were different, and I wish someone else would have won the race, but it is what it is. I know you guys are not here for a political podcast, but politics isn't everything. Maybe
I was gonna
you don't want to talk about politics, but politics are talking about you and they're talking about what decisions they're going to make for you. So it's better for you to be involved and to know than to not and just have to find out afterwards about what's happening.
yeah.
But Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame and they have not taken him out. Okay. So that's when I knew. I was like, this is insane. And they're not going to change because they would have removed him a long time ago if they really thought things were an issue. and clearly they're not. And also Linda McMahon is now part of the education. What is she? The education secretary or something like that? I don't
Something
know.
education related.
But seeing Triple H also behind her in like one of the meetings and stuff after Donald Trump told her to dismantle that department and that her job was to kind of just break it from the inside out. What is going on? Like, we
Yeah.
are literally in the twilight zone, and I don't have any expectations from anyone. Anybody could do anything. Though I am just disappointed, like this, because like you said, we grew up watching these guys. These guys were so anti following the rules and anti leadership, and they were like the ones to cause chaos and to really break the rules and to do good. And now here we are. I don't even know what Triple H's in like thing is about health, because I don't take it seriously standing next to Donald Trump and RFK Jr. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that's the thing for me. It's like, for me, it was such an emotional moment because it's like, I not only did I grow up watching it, but it was something that I looked, uh what how do you call it? When I was getting bullied, right? All I would think about would be like, what would Shawn Michaels do if he was here and he saw that I'm getting bullied, right? Like, he would so have my back. I would have those moments literally when I was small. And now growing up, I'm like, the product that I loved, the people that I loved, yes, I know I'm an adult and I know better now, of course, but still I gave so much time and money to these people and this company that now I'm a grown up and I see that they don't care about me. It sucks. I'm Mexicana, so to see that this company so proudly works with our current president who wants me out of this country, of fucking course I'm gonna be sad about that. Of course I'm gonna be sad about that. You don't think I know now that, well, Triple H doesn't care about me and my people. You know what I mean? Not me personally, because he doesn't know me personally, but him being so active and like supporting this and being like, yeah, I don't care if I'm in the picture with my mother-in-law and this president, right? I mean, to me personally, it's just, ugh, I don't like it. I don't get it. I will never understand it, and I don't want to understand it.
I'm so mad. Put your comments in the chat, guys. What are you feeling? How's your life? How just let us know. Restaurant, have you seen I follow a lot of politics podcasts, but there is something on Twitter and somebody mentioned it here. That's the only reason I'm going to bring it up here. So Fletch is saying, by the way, I'm European. Is it true the rumors about Trump? He has not been seen in public for 3 days. This is so funny. Fletch, thank you so much for participating in our stream today. We really appreciate it. But he's been seen. He's been seen now. He's out.
Was he?
Yeah, he's out playing golf. He doesn't look
Best
the best.
friends.
Yeah,
That was an old video.
because I know I saw the picture of him and his granddaughter, but they said that was an old one. But they
So
had
there's another one.
yeah, they had footage of him coming out, getting into his car. He does
Oh.
not look great, but he's there. And maybe I mean, he's at that age, it's gonna be hard for him to keep going at like the 100 speed that he's been going with the back to back to back press conferences that he has. Maybe he forgot he had one the first time. That's why he had the second one and the third one. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly, don't sue us. This is our opinions. This is our
Don't sue us.
don't sue us. We'll be back next week with the podcast. But ending on a good note, I want to talk about two of our favorite matches from Forbidden Door. And was Clash of Paris yesterday? I don't know what's happening. Is that today?
I think that's today.
We'll find out. We're not gonna talk about that. But
Mhm.
so someone said, oh yeah, there was a Ring of Honor stream issue, and this is something that I love about Tony Khan. Tony Khan sees an issue and he fixes it, right? He was like, I'm so sorry. I know some people had streaming issues. Let me put that on YouTube for free, and he did. So all of Ring
He
of
did,
Honor,
best friend.
that's what I will be watching later. Ring of Honor. I'm really excited to see it. I think I saw a little bit of holograms match, but I was really excited to see that it was on there. But let's finish off talking about Forbidden Door and my favorite match and your favorite match. I know you wanted to talk about Tony and Athena. I know we
Yes.
talked a little bit about this before we started streaming, but who did you think was going to be the champion at the end of this match?
I honestly did not think Athena was going to win. I did have a huge feeling that Tony was going to retain.
Mm,
And I'm not mad about that at all. I think they had a fantastic match.
yeah.
I love this match so much. And I do know that some people were upset because they were expecting Athena to win. And I get it. I 100% get it because for a lot of people, it's like, okay, well, what now? Right. Um, but I think they had a fantastic match, best friend. I loved it. It was my favorite match of the night.
I loved Tony's look when she came out with big
Yes.
old wig, best friend. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, this is perfect. And I did not think that she was going to be wearing pink, which, I'm a fan of pink, Rush Friend.
Yeah.
Her in pink, I was like, this is spectacular. Give me 12 of them right now. Like, this, I love it. It was just so great. And I loved this match. This was really great. I went into it thinking, Athena's got to take this because there's
Mhm.
no way. Tony has been such a great champion. And yeah, I know she just won it back recently, but Tony doesn't need that championship. She is phenomenal without it.
Mhm.
And I really thought it was Athena's time, but I get it. Maybe they want to wait till Athena is 1,000 days as Ring of Honor champion. I thought they were going to give her this title and still have her as the champion till she hit 1,000 days for Ring of Honor, and then they were going to have her retire that title. She's going to be like, I don't need this now. I have this AEW championship. I'm going to retire this Ring of Honor champion now, and I'm going to be the only forever champion because we're retiring this belt. Something like
Mhm.
that. I thought they would be able to play around with that, but I don't know where they're going with this now.
Yeah, no, me neither. And you know what though? I do see that a lot of people are like, um, they were thinking the same way as you, best friend. But to me, it's like when it comes to Tony, there's so many women that I can see getting taking this championship away from her, right? But at the same time, I don't see Tony losing the championship anytime soon, just because maybe that's just because I'm enjoying her as our champion right now. But I just don't see them taking away from her anytime soon. Restaurant. She's doing such a fantastic job as the champion right now. And also, you're going back to the Aragon, seeing her at the Aragon every single night that we were there, best friend. Was it every single night? I know we saw her every Dynamite. I'm trying to remember if we saw her at Collision. But anyway, it was so different to me this time around, restaurant. We've been seeing Tony for so long, for years wrestling, and I've seen her Timeless Tony character before, but for some reason this time around at the Aragon, I don't know if it's because it was so close and personal. I fell in love with Tony Storm even more.
Yeah.
And I don't know, to me, her still being the champ and continuing to be the champ just makes so much sense.
10 out of 10, ladies. You really did that. You really did that. Love it. My favorite match of the night was Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Sabre Jr. Technical baddies in the ring. And Zack Sabre Jr. really made me realize that I love technical wrestling. And it's strange because I've seen technical wrestling before in Deonna Purrazzo, in Bryan Danielson, but there's something about the way that Zack Sabre Jr. does it. And I don't know, Respect. It really like I look at it and I'm like, this is insane. Like this is art. Like when he's
Hmm.
there, it really just it changes how I think about wrestling. And he's the one person that I'm just like that I truly admire in
Hmm.
like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I look at him and I'm just like, wow, like it's love, best friend. It's really love. Not
Hmm.
in a creepy way, but you know what?
No, I 100% know what you're saying, restaurant.
It's truly like, I feel like, some guys' favorite wrestler is Kenny Omega. I feel like when they see Kenny Omega, they're just like, oh, when I see Zack
Hmm.
Sabre Jr., that happens to me. I'm just
Okay.
like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like he's in there right now. Like I'm just so I know Sarah's friend. I don't know how to explain it, but
I maybe I think I get it. I think it's I mean I'm sure I get it, but I think it's maybe like the way that I feel about night though.
mm,
So the way that you're describing it, it's like it's not in a creepy way. It's not in
right.
like a I love the way that you look. It's literally the when they're in the ring, something about it, you're just like, that's
Something
my
happens.
God.
It's like
That's my Jesus.
yes, it's like magic. You're in there, you're just like seeing like the most unbelievable thing. I don't know what it is. I'm so impressed by him. He
Hmm.
he's truly like my top wrestler right now. So
Hmm.
I love this match. I thought it was great because I also love Nigel McGuinness. I think he's so fantastic. And I didn't know of Nigel before AEW. I didn't know he was in Ring of Honor. I didn't know he had a feud with Bryan Danielson, right? So when AEW started, and Collision specifically with Nigel, I'm like, this guy's hilarious, 10 out of 10. And then I'm like, wait, this guy was a technical wrestler, the technical wrestler. Like, that just blew my mind. So the fact that they got to fight each other, and we saw it a little bit when Nigel came back for, I want to say it was like a battle that they were having, and he was also in the ring at the same time as Zach. I was like, man, we have to have a match against them. And seeing this one, it was spectacular. Spectacular match. And this one that I have to go back and show my dad, because I thought this was just such a beautiful match. And I did have I did watch this with my mom, and I'm like, oh mom, I was like, these guys are technical wrestlers. So I was like explaining to her, I was like, you're not going to see them do the average thing that a wrestler does. They're not going to get on the ropes, they're not going to fly. This is kind of how they wrestle. And I was like, I'm really explaining technical wrestling to my mom right now. That's crazy. Who am I, best friend? I don't know what that
Your best friend Iridian. That's who you are.
was crazy. It was, oh my God, 10 out of 10. I love to see it. But yeah, these were some of our favorite matches. What did you guys like to see? Fletch is saying the best Zack Sabre Jr. match on this on the Forbidden Door weekend was that Rev Pro against Zaya. I don't know. I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna definitely
Yeah, me neither.
find that one. Mercedes needs to pass Jade's record. AEW book her to be a beast at the expense of some of the great women's wrestlers. Yeah, Mercedes. What is she at? 9 belts? Which that'll be a conversation that we have in another podcast. I don't know if we have enough time for that. But man, Mercedes got a lot of championships, which I don't hate. But
Oh
at
no,
the
I'm here for
same
it.
time, how many belts is too many belts? I can only name one of them she's has. I don't know.
The TBS Championship.
Yes.
Oh
Right?
my gosh.
At one point, it's just another one, right?
Yeah, I'm here for it because if she's just trying to what's it called, beat a record, I'm here for it. Get it, girl,
Yeah.
please. And then I think it's going to be very fun and interesting to see her lose them, best friend.
Yeah.
Not anything against Mercedes Monet, girl. I love you as a champ. You go ahead and get all the belts you want to get. But watching her lose them is going to be very interesting because we've seen the way Mercedes acts when she loses.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm Fletch is saying Zozaya is basically the next Zack Sabre Jr. He's really good Spanish prodigy. His name is Jaime Zozaya Garcia, Spanish professional wrestler. Best friend, we're gonna have to look this kid up. He might be our
Jaime?
Jaime, best friend, Jaime.
Spanish? Oh my goodness.
We might have to look him up. All right, guys. Let us know. I don't know. What do you guys want us to talk about for next week? Teddy and I will be here live streaming. Thank you so much for participating this week. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. And I still remember the day where we made a YouTube video saying we finally had 100 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. We will look at all your comments, take down notes so we can talk about whatever we didn't talk about this episode next week. But thank you guys so much for always being supportive. Like I said, for always participating. We love being able to chat with you guys throughout the show. And follow us on all of our social media platforms. Rest Friend, where can our Rest Friends find us everywhere?
Hey, Rich friends, we're actually also on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, obviously YouTube, but on our specifically Twitter and Instagram in our bio, we have our link tree where you can go and you can get all of our contact, our YouTube. What else do we have on there, restaurant? Obviously, our TikTok,
We have a
everything,
lot of
everything restaurant related, our
yeah.
podcast.
We have a lot of like our YouTube shorts, and you can see where we went to the Aragon. You can see our journey there. You can see us literally get almost hit by Senor Rouge, and it's just been a great time. You could see Colt Cabana get almost murdered in front of our eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Literally everything that's also on YouTube. It's just on our YouTube shorts. So also make sure you go over there and watch those. It's kind of like TikTok, but on YouTube. But yeah, we have so much content on there, and we love making content for you guys. And be on the lookout. We'll have more goodies for you guys, especially with Halloween coming up. I'm really excited.
Yes, yeah, me too.
What our annual Spirit Halloween trip together. So we'll be there. So thank you guys so much for watching us, and we'll see you guys next time. I'm excited for the show. Thanks, guys.
No, me too. Thank you guys.